Negative integer exponents. We have an example in this case. X to the 4th divided by x to the 6th. Well, the equivalent is to say x to the 4 minus 6. Agreed? This is the quotient for exponents. So quotient rule for exponents. Meaning, you are subtracting top number divided by the bottom number, or top exponent minus the bottom exponent in this case. So it becomes x to the 4 minus 6. X to the 4 minus 6 gives us negative 2. Well, it's kind of hard to see, right? Because there's a negative 2 on there. We're not too particularly grateful about having negative exponents. It seems to make our lives a little bit more challenging. So we try to avoid having negative exponents. So let's try the lengthy method. Or, in other words, x to the 4th divided by x to the 6th, equivalent to say we have 4 x's on top and 6 x's on the bottom. Agree? This is the lengthy format. We may not always want to do the lengthy format though. But in this case, it kind of works out kind of nicely because it's not that lengthy. X on top cancels an x on the bottom, and we can repeat that again. X on top cancels an x on the bottom, x on top cancels an x on the bottom, and once again, x on top cancels an x on the bottom, leaving us with 2 x's on top, or 1 over x times x, equivalently 1 over x squared. So therefore, notice that this has a positive exponent. This is sort of what we would prefer. Positive exponents. So this essentially becomes our answer. 1 over x to the positive 2, or 1 over x squared. Well, the other one we could probably simplify just as well. So let's try to simplify it. It's just like saying 1 over x. So in other words, we're taking the reciprocal. We're flipping it. Do notice there's a 1 on top. That 1 was originally there. But now let's put a square. Let's not forget the square becomes a positive when you flip it, or take the reciprocal. So in other words, if it was up on top, you flip it to make it a positive. So flipping it, or reciprocal, makes it a positive. So flipping your fraction, in other words, or making it into a fraction and flipping it. Do be aware that 1 on the top was always there. We just didn't write it at the beginning, right? If we want to write it, there's that 1, which is the same 1 that we have on top. Okay, so that 1 we didn't change, because otherwise that would imply we put a negative exponent on it, and we don't want to do that. So in reality, it becomes 1 over x to the positive 2, so or 1 over x squared. Okay, let's try this again. H over h. Let's say we have h to the 20 divided by h to the 23rd. Let's try to simplify this. Well, let's go to the lengthy form of this. It's lengthy form of simplifying. That means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. On the bottom, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Oop, got a little behind. And finally, 21, 22, and 23 H's. So 20 H's on top, 23 on the bottom. Notice that does take quite a while to write in, right? And I'm doing this fairly quickly using my PC, so keep in mind. Forgive me, it to be a little bit more time consuming if you're writing by hand, right? Likewise, if we have h's on the top, keep in mind we can cancel with h's on the bottom. So h on the top cancel with an h on the bottom. Let's continue doing this. H on the top cancel with h's on the bottom, and however many we have on top, we can cancel on the bottom. There we go. We can cancel 20 h's on top with 20 h's on the bottom. That leaves us with 3 h's on the bottom. So once again, it gave us 1 over h to the power of 3, because there's 3 of them remaining. Agreed? Well, let's look for the shorter method in this case. Make it easier for yourself. H to the 20th divided by h to the 23rd is equivalent to saying h to the 20 minus 23. Remember, top exponent divided by the one on the bottom, the one that's being divided. So 20 minus 23 gives us, well, That gives us 1h to the negative 3. There's a negative again. We're going to have a hard time with a negative, right? Well, not in reality. Do remember, flip the fraction to make it a positive exponent. So notice the 1 will remain there. There's the 1, and now the h got placed underneath your fraction sign. So the h is the only one that has the negative exponent, agreed? So therefore we make it a positive by flipping it down, or put it underneath the fraction sign. So there it is. Now it's a positive answer. Once again, notice the 1 didn't change, right? It's still the same 1, but we just wrote it there so that it could help us see or use a 1 on top of the fraction sign in this case. So there is our final answer, 1 over h to the positive 3. And an example on how to convert it to a positive. We normally want to convert it to a positive to make our life easier.